Welcome, my friends, to Found in Art Week 25. Can you believe it? I cannot. Obviously, this is pre-recorded, so if you're watching right now, thank you. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this. I think it's pretty fun that we're on week 25 and it is Christmas week. So, yay! I am loving doing this with you. And we have some really big changes coming for the next year. So make sure you're watching your emails from me. And yeah, I'm Emily. I'm glad you're here. This is my art class for you. Tonight we are doing a abstract watercolor painting, and we're going to try to keep it a little shorter because I know we're kind of busy with all of the stuff going on with this holiday season, but we still need to take a minute to ourselves. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do some chair stretching tonight. So big stretch. We're getting started, and then we'll do our journey. Might just do some breathing though. And then we'll do our painting. So good. So get all your stretches out. Oh, is anyone else just feeling tight like a log lately? I certainly am. And I don't know what to do about it. Oh, also, it's so cold all the time. Okay. Just get some good big stretches. Get some blood flowing to your fingers. Oh, yes. I, I think we can just start our breathing. I haven't decided tonight if we're going to do a journey. I'm actually really feeling into our energy and stuff tonight. I'm really thinking we just need to like breathe and allow ourselves to just focus on what it feels like inside. So that's a plan. You'll know if it changes because I'll start talking. But I'm just going to guide you through some breathing exercises. And I just want you to feel what's coming up and how you're like internally feeling leading up to like a busy holiday weekend. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Find a comfortable seated position. Get your back and shoulders all comfy. I like mine pretty straight when I'm breathing, like as straight as I can get them, so that my diaphragm is nice and opened up. Let's go ahead and do this. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Wow, immediate yawn. Make sure when you're breathing in, you're filling up your diaphragm and then you're pushing it all out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. In and out. I want you to really focus on when you breathe in all the good and wonderful things about this season. And when you breathe out, push out any negative thoughts, behavior, patterns, or trauma responses. Breathe in and out. 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 Pause and just make sure You're allowing your brain space to open up and really feel into you, into yourself. Kind of get a pulse on how you're feeling, how you're doing, your mental state, your emotional state. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. I want you to do a quick body scan, starting with your toes. I want you to work your way up your body, kind of noticing if there's anything that feels weird or out of place energetically, anything that just feels like maybe you should pay attention to it. Breath in and out. So you'll start with your toes, the arch of your feet, the heel, ankle, your calf, your knee, your thigh, your hips, your pelvic bones, cradle, your core, your spine, your ribs, your lungs, your heart, your vital organs, your chest, your throat, your neck, your jaw, your cheeks, your nose, eyes, your ears, your brain, your scalp, your shoulders, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, the palm of your hand, your thumb, and your fingers all the way out to the tips. Deep breath in and out. In and out. When you're ready, you may open your eyes. And I'm going to ask you to join me back in this space and carry this energy you're feeling into our artwork tonight. Oh, just a moment. As we are preparing our paper today, I just want you to reflect on some of the things you just were thinking about, the things that were coming up for you on your body scan, some of the things that you were concerned about, or maybe there could be good or bad things, emotions you're dealing with, how your body is doing in this time. And I want you to just really pay attention to how you're feeling. And we're gonna work on that feeling while we're painting, okay? So I'm gonna start with a medium-sized brush. Let me find my favorite one. Here it is. This is my Filbert size 6. Gonna dunk it in my paint water and rearrange a little bit here. And we're just going to make some big strokes. I'm going to go in with this mauve color. And while we're doing this, I want you to identify the feeling that you would like to focus on today. The feeling that you are feeling, or like a lack of feeling. Maybe you're expecting a better feeling inside of you. Actually, that feels really right. You're expecting to feel a certain way, and maybe you aren't. We're going to focus on that. I'm going to draw a squiggly line down the side. We're just going to fill that in. And while we're filling it in and we're focusing on like, why do I feel this way? Or why do I not feel this way when I wanted to or expected to? We're just going to let our brain sit on that for a minute. Don't forget to be breathing while you're doing this. Next, we're going to pick another color. I'm going to go with this purpley over here, this purple color. And I'm going to breathe in and out. And while I am doing this, I want us to, while we're doing this next one, I want us to kind of think of like one or two reasons why our feelings are not as we expected. Like, why is this the way it is? Do we have a set of obligations and expectations that we're not living up to? Or is there something else in our life causing our expectations not to be met? Did we set the bar too high on how we're expecting to feel right now? Are we not being realistic with where our internal, like emotional um, gauge is? Or maybe, like, if you're hoping to feel happier during this holiday season and it's just not getting there, what's making it not get there? For me, a lot of my stress and anxiety and expectations not met during the holiday are childhood trauma related. In both good and bad ways. Like, I expect things to be more traumatic than they are. But then because I'm always expecting the trauma to happen, I'm always expecting the chaos and the eggshell walking. Because I'm expecting that, I sometimes don't allow certain amounts of joy into my life. And that can be really frustrating when that's the thing that's holding me back. Something that's not even happening is holding me back from being happy. Um, so the next thing we're going to do is just go in with another color and use this tealy color. I'm going to go right into the top here and keep breathing, keep breathing.
And we are just paying attention to what is making us feel this way. Like for me, is it the trauma of past lived experiences? Or is it maybe I'm holding myself to some sort of super mom, superwoman type mentality that is just not ever going to be attainable? I'm just making this a nice curved spot, and I'm leaving some blank space around the edges so that they don't touch the other colors. And I want you to keep breathing in and out. And for this next one, I want us to pick another color and then think of one thing that could possibly make us feel better right now. One thing that could make us go, yeah, I am allowed to be joyful during the holiday season. I am allowed to be sad during this time to mourn a loss. I am allowed to feel a feeling that maybe makes me uncomfortable feeling it because it's not what's expected me. Like I should feel worse than I feel right now. It's one thing that will allow you, that you could do right now to allow yourself to feel the feelings you want to feel, or to make your feeling that you expect to be more realistic. So maybe you are wanting to feel overjoyed with Christmas and the holidays, like money is really tight and you just have like this rain cloud sitting on top of you, or you've been really depressed, or you have some postpartum stuff going on, or something that is just making you feel less than. It's okay to alter your expectations of your own emotions to be more realistic to your life setting right now. You don't have to be the happiest human on Christmas. You're allowed to sit and be kind of depressed and just do the best you can. You don't have to put on a brave face all the time. Okay, I'm going to dry this really quick. So I'm going to pause the video so that you don't hear it happening because it's so loud. Okay, so we're back. And we are going to add just a little bit more color here, and then we're going to dry it one more time and go in with some line work, okay? So this is a super simple project, and I'm so glad that we can do this together. I think it's really fun. I do. I think it's pretty awesome. So I'm going to go in with a light pink. I can layer my colors because that's just how my paint works. But if you cannot, maybe go in with a darker color here. And I am just going to just follow this line like this. And as I'm doing this, I'm just envisioning, I'm like working on my expectations. You know how sometimes you expect something, so you have like these huge, like you set the bar really high on something. I am working on, it's not lowering my bar, like lowering the expectations, but it is attempting to make it more realistic. Because while I love dreaming big and hoping for the best and um, making the best out of all situations, while I love doing that, sometimes it's really good to go into a situation not having these huge expectations so that you can be surprised when it goes better than expected. You know, like if I expect to go somewhere like go to a family Christmas and not have my kids be complete assholes. Like that's not going to happen. Like there is going to be a moment when every single one of my children are not acting the way they always act, are not acting in kindness and love, and they are the mean ones, and they are the ones who are being bullies because they're tired or they're hungry or they're overstimulated. Like I need to lower my expectations sometimes. So then when things do go bad, I have a better reaction inside of my heart. And when um we're going to keep thinking about this for the next one. And if it goes better than expected, then I can be like pleasantly surprised. So I'm just I am working on lowering my expectations. What is something you can do to help adjust your expectations? Maybe you are always expecting the worst, and maybe you should start thinking about like, is there a reason why I always expect the worst? Maybe I can expect something better. Because sometimes when you're expecting the absolute worst, when your bar is on the ground, like you don't even allow it to be raised because, you know, you don't want to get your hopes up. It doesn't have to be on the ground. It doesn't have to be super high. You can just set it somewhere in the middle so you can be more pleasantly surprised with the results, or at least open yourself up to the possibility. So I'm just going in with a lighter version of this purple, well, different version of this purple, and I'm going right in like this, dragging the water across. Again, remember, I dried this with the hair dryer. That's why it's working like this. I'm just layering up my paint. Okay, there we go. Okay. Excellent. I'm gonna add some color up here. I just think it needs it. I'm gonna add this dark green to up here too. Feels right. And now we're just kind of absorbing our thought process that we've gone through. We're letting it sink in, see what else pops up. Not gonna think about anything new. Just kind of letting our brain flow in like a trance state of figuring stuff out. Like you're flowing. You are allowing your energy to be cleared. You're allowing any negative thoughts that have come up in this process to just flow right through your arm, through the paintbrush, and out onto your art. You're turning all your thoughts into good by painting them. So even if they were negative, it's turning into creativity. Like you cannot create new energy, all matter, all mass has to come from somewhere else. And that's what we're doing. We're creating art from the energy in our hearts and soul, and it's being created into an artistic endeavor. Going in with the light green I used and layering it on top here. Mm. Maybe a little more layered up here. Hmm. I think I need an even lighter color for this one. It's not quite working. Maybe this yellow. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Gotta clean my brush better. Okay, well, there we go. I'm gonna dry this and then we're gonna go in with some line work, okay? Awesome. Let's pause the video one more time so that I can dry and you don't have to hear it. Okay, my paint is dry and it is time to do a little bit of line work. Not a lot. I'm gonna go in with a black marker and probably also a gold marker. I'm just gonna follow the same path here. I'm gonna add some additional lines. And again, I'm just letting my brain flow. I'm not overthinking. I'm not trying to solve any problems anymore. Just letting my brain be at peace and relaxed and kind of zone out into this process. I'm going to do that over here. Yeah. I'm going to go in with some gold now. If you don't have gold, you can just continue to use black or a white gel pen. Um, I am just letting my brain flow. Being in a state of flow, I'm going to add dots. No, lines, dots, lines, obviously lines. So being in a state of flow means that your brain is just like not even thinking things outside of what you're currently doing. So for me, a lot of times that happens when I am doing artwork and I am so engrossed in the artwork that I don't even like pay attention to what's going on anywhere else. I know for some people that can happen during cooking or you're in a state of flow like during your work. For me, it's art. And I just really love that feeling. And it's fun to drop into a state of flow after you've done like some sort of meditative work because then it allows your brain to kind of soak it in a little more. So, uh, Just doing a quick, short flow of just being in the moment with my art. And I think this is, I want more, I want more of this. Um, I think that's what we'll do next week too, is maybe just be in flow the whole time and let our brains decompress from the holiday season. So there's that. Yeah, I like that. And a little more here. Like that. I kind of feel like I need one more here. And don't feel bad if you don't have like a really awesome gold marker. It is not a normal art supply to have in your house, but I really enjoy using it for everything. Okay, one more. Yeah, I'm gonna do it here. All right. So that is this week's artwork. I am so glad that we could do this together. I'm gonna peel off my tape. And I am so happy that you spent this pre-Christmas week with me. And next week is also pre-recorded, as I will not quite be back. I'll be back, but like not quite mentally back from my trip yet. So right? I have no idea what it was. I might not be back from my trip yet. So I will see you in a pre-recorded one again next week. And I'm just so happy. I'm so pleased that we get to do this together again. All right. I'll see you soon, friends. Bye.